Hello viewers! Today we're gonna clean fuel injectors on Ford Explorer OHV. I'm gonna show you full process, rubber rings and filters replace, and cleaning these fuel injectors, how they spray. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna unplug all harnesses, idle control valve and stuff, temperature sender on the intake. We unscrew this this stuff that protects the throttle, and we're gonna unscrew these nuts and remove upper intake manifold. So we gotta yes, we remove this ventilation hose and gonna remove this intake hose. Then we're gonna unscrew throttle body. For this, to get this intake manifold free, 10mm bolts here and 8mm bolts here. Now we've removed the throttle body. Now we're gonna unscrew those nuts with the ratchet, 13mm nuts, and the hard one at the end. So now we're gonna remove this. We unscrew the ignition coil, two 10mm bolts, so we free our intake manifold. Now we're gonna finally remove it. EGR system is interferes with it. We gotta like pry a little here to move it from this tube of EGR system. And now it loose. Yeah, you see this tube is interferes and okay. You see there's a stud on the other hand, and the EGR system is interferes. Now we finally taking it off, and we see those studs. We see this. We see the gasket, the studs that holds fuel rail, and what we do next is getting 6 pieces of cloth and seal those holes to not to drop anything like bolt or something or head inside the intake manifold, lower intake manifold, through the ramp. So now we remove the gasket. Now we're gonna clean it with an air a little, and we take Torque's head and unscrew those studs that holds the fuel rail. E7. This, if I remember it right, it's an E7. Now we gotta put this pressure down, lay off this pressure in the fuel rail. You see this gas is leaking, so gas is gonna vaporize and we'll have no pressure, so not getting sprayed with the gas. Now we unpin connectors, disconnect our fuel injectors and get it free. Our fuel rail is finally free. Now we put it up, and our fuel injectors, we free our fuel injectors there and lower part. Now we gotta unscrew this fuel line. And there's no gas, almost no gas. And now we get our fuel rail, get it upside down, and we see our fuel injectors. Now we're gonna get it out and we're gonna take it to the station for clear it in the ultrasound bath and check it under pressure how they sprays. And we're gonna change all these seals, rubber rings, filters inside the intake part and the caps. Our mechanic take those fuel injectors, plug them with connecters, put it inside the bath. After a while we cleaned them and now put it on the fuel rail of this system, and we see that this device, launch, is sprays under pressure, and we see how they sprays. Fuel injectors are clean, they spray really good. So now we're gonna install them back. Now we're gonna change those filters. We removed our old filters, and now with hammer, with a little hits, we press brand new filters. Then we'll take rubber, those rubber rings, and put it on intake, black ones, this plastic ring, and then on the end we're gonna install this brown ring and the caps, those yellow caps. Now it's on, it's ready to install. We're gonna grease a little those rings, rubber rings, and then stick it in. First we stick it in fuel rail, and only after that we're gonna put it on the lower intake. So now all of them in place, shiny like brand new, with new yellow caps, and we put a new gasket on the lower part, or fuel rail, I mean upper part of a lower intake. And now we're gonna put it on place. Make sure it's snug on place, and all the holes for the studs are aligned real good. And then we take our studs and screw it. Screw it back there, and we see it's on place. And finally we press each and every one fuel injector down there to make it snug on place with this screwdriver. Now it's on. We're gonna put our connectors back on place on each fuel injector. Not to forget this hard one under this pressure regulator. It's kinda hard. So put all connectors in place. And the fuel line, don't forget it. Don't forget. And this we're gonna check it. We gotta check it first. We turn the ignition key and make sure our pump is pumped some pressure in the fuel system, in the fuel rail. And then we're we gotta check all those fuel injectors. And you see, we checked all of them. We see now that pressure is on, is pressurized, but no fuel injector is leaking. And no fuel line is leaking. So we make sure that we install it good before we're gonna install intake, upper intake back. So I like a little tuned here. I cut those pipe, this tube, I call this tube on the EGR system for better clearance, so I don't get in trouble. Put it back here. And the important thing that first you gotta install intake manifold on the studs, and only after that you put this EGR valve tube there. There's no bending anymore, and you can get it easily. So check the seals on this pipe. Check, make sure it's intake manifold on studs, and then screw it back. And put all connectors on the ignition coil and vacuum lines on the left side of this intake manifold. Make sure it's connected right, and then we start the engine. We gotta check it, start it, and it's on. Job's done. Subscribe to my channel, press thumbs up. Bye bye.